Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I'm going to take up the topic Don't Quit by John Greenleaf Whittier. In this poem, I will discuss line by line explanation, word meaning, theme and moral of the poem. So here I begin. First of all, I will discuss the title of the poem Don't Quit. This is a beautiful, lovely poem in which the poet has very appropriately defined the title. It is when things seem worst that you must not quit. You have to fight because you can and you want to. This is a nice poem for all persons or someone to realize that don't quit and still fighting it to end. Success is failure turned inside out is a brilliant line. The world would be a better place if everyone follows this. This is a nice poem in which lot of sense is there. Now a brief introduction about the poet John Greenleaf Whittier. Is an American poet, Quaker poet and advocate of the abolition of slavery in the United States. He is widely remembered for his anti-slavery writings. He was born on 17th December 1807 and died on 7 September 1892. Now a brief description about the poem. Don't Quit is an inspirational poem that talks about perseverance. The narrator of the poem uses many instances of misfortune like poor financial conditions, slow pace, etc. to say that none of these is a good enough reason to stop. He says that we never know how close one might be to one's goal. The positive and optimistic words of the poem fill one with boundless zeal to face the challenges of life. The poet says life is quite unpredictable and strange. Quitting means we will never ever win. If we keep trying, we may win any time. Success is actually nothing but moving from one failure to another without getting upset. Now, the meaning of the poem is quite simple. Don't quit. The poem sounds hopeful and allows it to flow. Now I start with the first stanza, and the lines are: when things go wrong as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh. Now the word meanings. Trudging means walk slowly and with heavy steps because of exhaustion or harsh condition. Sigh means sadness. Now the explanation of the first stanza. In this stanza, the poet says that in the first line, when things go wrong as they sometimes will, means that the life will go wrong sometimes. Things do not always go the way we plan them to. Sometimes our plans go well and life continues as we want it to be. But sometimes things do not work out as planned. Therefore, life also has moments when things go right. The measures of intelligence is the ability to change. In the second line, the line is when the roads you are trudging seems all uphill. Means that where the road is not used literally, it's used in a metamorphic way, since used literally to imply encounters in life. Often when we hear of road, we think of directions. Thus, there are times when you will be overwhelmed in a given aspect of your life. For example, your economic situations. The poet uses when rather than if. Hence, it is certain that At some point in your life, you will face challenges or hard times. Never ending challenges make it seem like you make no moment of trudging downhill and no moment of easy trudged flat land. Rather, your journey is all about climbing uphill. Life is like a journey whereby some roads are tough and tiresome. In the third line, when the funds are low and the debts are high, poet means that it is a broke moment. Lack of finance is a big everyday challenge for many. Debt is a negative thing. When you are in debt, you have no happiness because you know that you are obligated to pay that money. It could also be metamorphical, applying to a lack in a certain area of life and the inability to regain control. In the fourth line, and and you want to smile but you have to sigh. The poet says that you want to be happy. However, you cannot be happy because of the above mentioned reason. Things are going wrong, things are difficult, and you have financial problems. Your circumstances deny your happiness. Your life has so many low moments that you lack that you lack humor. Instead of a smile, you let out a sigh. The smile is universal language for expressing joy. On the other hand, the sigh shows tiredness, disillusionment, or lack of joy. Now I start with the second stanza, and the lines are: when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt. Now the word meanings. Quit means to live. Tint means a shade or variety of color. Now the explanation of the second stanza. In this stanza, the line, when care is pressing you down a bit, means that the word care implies worry, frustration, uncertainty, or anxiety, which has been brought about by the problems that you are facing in life. These negative feelings arise from unfulfilled desires and unmet needs and wants. They thwart your ability to move on. They stop your ability to move on. Therefore, the hidden message is don't quit, even when you feel like you can't go on. The line, rest if you must, but don't you quit. The poet says that when facing difficult circumstances in life that tire you, there is another option apart from quitting. The option is that you should rest. Don't quit. You can rest. Consider this. When you are climbing a hill and you quit, what happens? And what if you rest a bit? There is always another option in life which does not involve quitting. Notice that this line ends with a period to emphasize the key point here. A period signifies that it's time to rest. All through the poem, all through from the beginning of the poem was continuous like an uphill climb. Now rest, but don't dare to quit. The line success is failure turned inside out means that success and failure are closely related. Look at your failure at learning opportunities. You can turn your failure into success. Turned inside out gives me the idea of clothing. This means that Success and failures are made of the same cloth. Beneath success, there is a failure, and beneath failure, there is a success. Then comes the hyphen to show that the following lines also define what success is. In the next line, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt means that the metamorphic clouds with a silver tint usually signify hope. Success is silver tint when you have doubts. Don't quit because of your doubts. Go ahead. When you are doubtful, be optimistic and you can acquire success. Now I move towards the third stanza, and the lines are: and you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems far. So stick to the flight when you are hardest hit. It's when things go wrong that you must not quit. Now the explanation. In this stanza, in the line, and you can never tell how close you are, the poet says that success does not give you a date when it will arrive. You have a flexible view of success because you cannot be completely sure of the exact time that you will achieve success. In the line, you may be near when it seems far. The poet means that you may think that you are not going to succeed, yet you are very close to success. The previous line says you never can tell. Thus, the opposite is true. You may think that you are close to success, yet you still have a long way to go. In the line, so stick to the flight when you are hardest hit. The poet says that life is a flight and it will often present you with pain and hardships. You probably have been hit with many small challenges in life and you continue to live. You can still continue with your life even when you face bigger challenges. In the line, it's when things go wrong that you must not quit. The poet says that don't quit. When you feel like quitting, don't quit during whatever you consider to be the worst time. You can go through your hard situations. Things sometimes are not the worst. They just seems worst. So at such times, you must not quit. Fight till the end. In this poem, I have also included the fourth stanza. This stanza is an inclusion by another poet, Edger.A. So I am explaining you the fourth stanza. Life is square with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about when he might have won and he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and flattering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Now the explanation. In this line, life is square with twists and turns. The poet says that life does not always go smoothly. You will encounter changes in your life. Some of them are like twists when they are totally unexpected. Some of them are like turns and you do expect them. What you expect, you can prepare for. But what you don't expect is trickier to handle. Either way, this is normal in life. Remember the line all uphill. Take heart because it will not always be uphill. Don't quit since life is like that. In the line, as every one of us sometimes learn, means that you must embrace the queerness of life. It's not a new thing. Every human being can learn this in the course of their life. You probably already have. In the line, and many a failure turns about. The poet says that it's easier to turn about when faced with failures rather than trudging on. Many have failed and quitted because they have failed. Other people have contemplated quitting. You are not alone. Others have experienced hard times in life and they have quitted. In the line, when he might have won had he stuck it out. The poet says that don't quit just because you have experienced a failure. Your win might just be nearby. Don't give up. Stick it out ever in failure. Keep moving beyond this twist. There could be a good turn. Many who have quitted were just about to succeed. In the line, don't give up, though the pace seems slow, means that on this road of life, some people will overtake you. Don't quit because your pace seems slow. Don't lose patience. Don't give up because failure has slowed you down. The hyphen used after this sentence is noteworthy and crucial to understanding to what the poet wanted the reader to understand. It shows that the next line in the poem is closely related to the previous in the sense that it explains it. In short, you may replace the hyphen with because, but this poem has to keep rhyming with a regular meter, so hyphen fits better. In the line, you may succeed with another blow, means that give yourself another chance. You may succeed. The next line, you can try again. The poet says, you may succeed. It is not a guarantee that the next blow will succeed, but now you would. But how you would? You know if you give up, hence keep on trying. So don't give up, even if you fail many times. If another blow fails, try another and another. The imagery used here likens life to fight. And notice that this line ends with a period. It's the end of that idea. It's a full statement that can stand on its own. Ponder about it. The line, often the goal is nearer than, means that your goals are just around the corner, so keep trying to achieve it. In the line, it seems to a faint and a flattering man, means that at a time when you are uncertain and you lack strength, you may perceive the aspired goal to be far away, yet it could be nearer than what you think. Don't let your current state of weakness or miserable situations to cloud your judgment. You may be so near to where you want to be. In the line, often the struggler has given up, means it is a common occurrence to give up after struggling for some time because the situation seems hopeless. In the line, when he might have captured the victor's cup, means means that see the visual image created here. The victor and his cup, after winning, it's a great feeling to achieve a desired result after being struggler for a while. The victor's cup does not come easy. The success comes from the time of struggling and not giving up. Don't quit because of the struggle, because When you quit, you lose the chance of coming out victorious. When you quit, you lose. However, when you don't quit, you have a chance of winning. In the line, and he learned too late when the night slipped down, means that you will soon regret it when you quit for fear or become tired of the struggle, but it will be too late to do anything about it. In the line, how close he was to the golden crown means that you will regret it when you realize that you were so close to achieving your anticipated goal, but then you gave up. Life is unpredictable, but always hope for the best. Despite that, you never know what will happen next. However, if you quit, you might regret it later. Now I'll give you the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is a person should have determination, patience, perseverance to achieve his goal. A person is not supposed to quit before completing his task or his goal. There might be a lot of hindrances or obstacles in a person's life, but they must overcome that, but should never think of quitting. Now I'll give you the moral of the poem. The moral of this beautiful poem, Don't Quit, is that the poet has focused on the concept of never quitting. It is a highly inspirational poem that provides one the lesson that one should not quit no matter whatever is the situation. If you fail to succeed, rest for a while, but don't quit. Don't you quit. As we all know that failures are the pillars of success, and we even know that there is always a silver lining to a dark cloud. I hope you have liked this beautiful inspirational poem, as this lovely poem has always inspired me on my bad days ever since I first read it years ago. This poem motivated me at a time when academics was the focus of my life. So, with these words, I end my lesson. Hope you have enjoyed this inspirational and motivated, beautiful poem. Thank you.